Now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again another day, committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media, the fake news out there, and providing you the timely truth. Centered around real estate, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning, entertainment today on the show, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, where our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, but most importantly, we want to engage in an effort to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Pull out your smartphone, save our consumer advocate number in our phone. It's 813-670-7372. Save our hotline number in your phone. It's 813-670-7372. And we want you to bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. That's our website, blog site, a plethora of information available for you at consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors, the finest folks in all of Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region that we've assembled. We've vetted over 80 show partners now on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we all want to help you win no matter what you're facing out there. So click on the Expert Contributors tab, and you'll see links to all of our expert contributors. Click on the contact form, and you can submit an email form directly to us, and we'll make sure that we get back to you in a very timely manner. And this segment is brought to you by Brio Tuscan Grill at International Plaza in Tampa, 2223 Northwest Shore Boulevard in Tampa, right next to the International Plaza, next to the Renaissance Tampa Hotel. International Plaza there. Brio Tuscan Grill, Italian food, awesome drinks, cozy atmosphere, and great service at Brio Tuscan Grill. And we're here in studio helping you win in any marketplace. Let's go around the horn now, make our introductions. Back in studio, Cory Van Valin. He's a magician here in Tampa Bay, great entertainer, and he was voted top magician in his immediate family.
Yeah, Brandon, I lost my voice today, but I came with my honey and tea, and I'm internationally known now.
That's right, internationally.
I got family in Canada now, so.
Okay, family in Canada, nice. Okay.
So today I'm going to be talking about my stage show coming up July 8th, and talk about some of the strategies I've been doing to sell out my past 5 shows and create some high energy. And I'm here to talk about some magic and share some stories.
Dude, I love that. Selling out shows. July 8th, he's got a show coming up. Where's that venue?
That's going to be at Stageworks Theater.
Stageworks Theater.
And don't worry, I'll have my voice good and ready to go.
Nice. Okay, awesome. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a sore throat or lost his voice a little bit, but he showed up anyways. He's a team player. He made it to the event, to the show here. Thanks for coming in, Cory. And also back in studio, Josh Hubbard. He's the marketing manager for Palmetto Solar. Welcome back in, sir.
Good to see you guys again.
Likewise.
I was giving him some inspiration. I lost my voice on the show once, and we still went through, and it was a good show. So, it's radio, but it shows you're here to hit some balls out of the park for you. So
nice.
Anyway, yeah, we've done the show with you before. We're here to introduce Palmetto as one of the top solar companies in the country. We bring a lot of things to the table, and I'm excited to share a few things today.
Yeah, awesome. Solar technologies. We're going to also talk about top 5 renewable energy sources according to phys.org. So also we'll talk about that in the show. Also, Ron Fuller back in the house, regional account executive for Centralized Showing Services. Welcome in.
Brandon, it's always great to be on your show. I really enjoy hanging out with you. And we got Josh and Cory, Magician, Solar, Centralized Showing Service. This is going to be a good show.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to talking about how your shows helped us grow this market. We're getting so deep into some really cool new technology, and just happy to be here. The Magician, this is cool. I'm just going to sit back and watch.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Cory's awesome. He does a great job. We had our gratitude party last week. We had a great turnout, and Cory wowed the crowd with a couple of his, many of his magician, what do you call them? Magician?
Big effects.
Effects, yeah. Effects and tricks and all that good stuff. It was awesome. So always entertaining to have Cory around. And he does parties, works parties and stuff as well, but he's got a big event coming up on July 8th as well. So we always start off our show with a little bit of personal development. Omaha! So we got to call that audible. Omaha! And what we're talking about today, we've been doing a series of Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And we left off with habit number 6 here, synergize. Habit 6 is synergy results from teamwork and cooperation, from valuing differences by bringing different perspectives together in the spirit of mutual respect. So on that note, synergize, when I think of synergize, it talks about, it reminds me of the mastermind principle and the power of bringing together different perspectives to be able to, accumulate that knowledge, accumulate the data that's been experienced. And when you look at synergy and you look at one of the others it reminds me of as well is habit 4, think win-win, seeking mutual benefit. But in synergize, I think Covey means to bring the difference of opinions, the difference of backgrounds, the data that people are going to be able to bring forward, their experiences, and use that to grow the betterment of the team or the company. And you look at the great United States of America here, the greatest country on the planet.
Amen.
It's a great example of that. It's a melting pot. We've got so many different cultures, so many different folks blending, and it's coming together to make what an awesome country we have here. And so habit number 6, synergize, can help you grow your prosperity, your success in your business as well, by focusing on that and being able to, instead of seeing other people. I talked about this on last week's show. When I think about sometimes realtors, real estate agents or even mortgage professionals, they'll say, oh, well, I can't talk to them. They're a competitor. No, you want to look at them as, hey, what's your niche? What do you specialize in? How can we work together? Maybe I have a certain niche or geographical area that I can send you leads, and then in reverse, you could send me leads for those certain areas that I might not want to cover. So that's your nuggets of advice today. That's your 2-minute drill. Calling that audible with Peyton Manning there on the Quarterback Show. So we want to make sure you engage with us, and we want to make sure you reach out and reach into your pocket and give us a call on our hotline. If you hear of anything today on the show, we would love to engage with you and hear your comments, concerns, and talk to us about that. So, all right, let's get with Cory here. Cory Van Valin, magician in Tampa Bay. What's happening?
Oh, doing good. So to comment on synergy, I'll even say there's that quote that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Nice, yes.
And that's going to be talking about my show here. Mm-hmm. With the energy that comes to my show, the whole packed out theater, it somehow gets you in a great state, gets you moving, gets you acting, and gets you laughing. And to me, I think what's great is about bringing people together is to share emotions together, yes. Whether it's laughter, whether it's mind-blowing. So afterwards, you have something to talk about. You have something to smile about. And I've found while performing for some people, I've given people smiles that haven't had a reason to laugh in a long time.
Yeah.
Whether it's at an old person home or whether it's at like a hospital of some sort, and I feel like the smile brings good things.
Sure.
It's not just from something, but it gives you something good to go towards. It brings it towards you.
Yeah, I like that. Definitely, when you look at the relationships, you look at human beings, we want to share experiences. We want to share experiences. Sometimes, too often, we want to share the bad ones, but most definitely we want to share the fun ones and we want to talk about it. But that's the idea of a relationship. So I love that. So July 8th, you got a awesome thing coming up over here at the Stageworks Theater.
Yeah, so it's going to be $20 for general admission, $25 preferred seating. That's the front 2 rows. I got some story about the preferred seating coming up a little bit later on the show. But it's out in beautiful Stageworks Theater, which is a 99-seater theater. Very intimate, nice. Very engaging. The parking's easy. There's a plaza right outside for food and drinks before and after. And after my shows, I love going out, meeting with the people, grabbing some drinks, and awesome, engaging with everyone after the show.
What city is that?
This is out in Channelside, Tampa.
Channelside, nice. Okay, Stageworks Theater in Channelside, awesome. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. What I've got to go to one of your live shows. I've seen some of you at our parties, but I definitely want to go to that. What can people expect when they come?
It's going to be a lot of adult humor. It's going to be an R-rated show. I should have mentioned that it's 18 and up. It's a lot of fun.
R-rated.
It's the kind of stuff that you'd expect at a late night cruise show,
Nice.
Stuff that the kids aren't allowed at.
It's very nice.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds like fun, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, good night out. Is that a Saturday night there?
It's going to be a Saturday night, yep.
Yeah, Saturday night, July 8th.
At 9 p.m., yep.
Awesome, 9 p.m., Stageworks Theater. Yeah, so Cory, are you still looking for private events? Are you doing those types of things too?
I've been staying very busy with private events, yes.
Nice.
3 to 4 a week, and all my off days I'm planning meetings, and
Nice.
things like this. So.
Blowing up online, man. I see some of your videos, some of the cool things you're doing. I mean, that's really cool. My hat's off to you. You know, especially a young entrepreneur like that, man. You're going after it and you're getting it done.
It's building a lot of momentum and putting yourself out every single day and saying hello to strangers. You never know what a hello holds.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. What's the saying? The saying goes, some people look at strangers as, in a negative connotation, but others look at them as friends they haven't met yet.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. So that's the idea. You want to walk through life with that positive attitude, the expectation, the positive expectation, like you're expecting the great results. And it's amazing when you speak that out, it will come.
And all it takes is one day, one person, one moment for something to take off. And, what's even funny is you might have already met that person. It just takes time for it to develop into the thing that you're looking for.
Timing it's all about timing. I look back to different relationships I've had, business or personal relationships. It is so much about timing, and where the two minds meet at the certain time.
Yeah, it's exciting. Every day is a new opportunity. And, I pray for those who never say hello, because if they knew what that hello held, they too would say, pray for those who never said hello.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's there's something special about being an extrovert. You're just going out and meeting other people, talking to people, being able to see them as a friend and just opening the door, because you never know what's going to happen.
One of my techniques, I don't know if you can notice by my tie today, the viewers listening probably can't see it, but I always wear something extraordinary, something that gives someone else a reason to come up to me.
Yeah.
When someone's going up to a stranger and that stranger's me, if they're coming up to me, they've almost filtered in as someone I want to meet.
Yeah, that's right. I like that. You got the wooden bow ties and you got the cool tie today. What is that tie made out of?
This is called a hex tie. It feels like rubber, but it looks extraordinary.
That's cool, man. Yeah, something different. Yeah. Definitely standing out, being different. I love that idea, translating that into your business as well. You're differentiating in the marketplace, as we are with Platinum MVP Realty. We're doing the show. We feature our listings on the show, and there's a lot of things that we're doing in differentiation-wise. So that's awesome. More from Cory Van Valin, a magician here on the show, as well as coming up, Josh Hubbard, market manager with Palmetto Solar. We're going to talk about some of the renewable energies, and also Ron Fuller. He's a regional account executive with Centralized Showing Services. And you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region's #1 consumer advocate program here. And coming up, we got 10-year-old creates a game-changing device to prevent senseless tragedies. Find out what it is in our Tell Me Something Good segment, as well as our top 5 for today is the top 5 renewable energy sources according to phys.org. Stay with us. Don't touch that dial.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves, where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
Listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, quarterback show, platinum MVP realty, and a top listing agent in Tampa Bay. Former USF football player. I played on the inaugural football team at the University of South Florida. Old school baller, quarterback on the teams. Dad was the coach. Now we're quarterbacking transactions for our sellers and buyers, investors. With Platinum MVP Realty, we're quarterbacking introductions to our 80-plus show partners here with the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace, credit improvement, CPA advice, lots of legal advice we talk about on the show as well. We have 7 or 8 different types of attorneys with different specializations in law. So we want you to think about this show as the hub of your financial, your business, your health wheel, and each spoke extending out, representing another one of our preferred partners or expert contributors on the Consumer Quarterback Show. So we want to engage you. Reach out at 813-670-7372. 813-670-7372, and check out consumerqb.com for any questions, comments, concerns. Submit the contact form there, and you can see all of our expert contributors, our blogs, and a recap of our shows on a weekly basis. So we're daily program here now. So we want to give a shout out as well to Signature Massage and Facial Spa on West Hillsborough Avenue in Town and Country area in Tampa. They got early bird rates, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday. 1 hour Swedish massage at $39.95. Also, you got a 1 hour deep tissue or signature massage at $49.95. Signature Massage and Facial Spa next to LA Fitness at 11248 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa. Our official massage partner here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Lots of therapeutic massages. They also do the micro derm abrasion, myofascial release, a lot of other cool services they offer there with the facial spa. Signature Massage. Go check them out. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you, and you're going to get 10% off, 10 to 15% off of your first treatment, and no contracts are necessary there as well. All right, we're back here in studio today. We've got Cory Van Valin. He's a magician. We've got Josh Hubbard, Marketing Manager, Palmetto Solar, as well as Ron Fuller, Regional Account Executive, Centralized Showing Services. And later in the show, we also got some really cool stuff coming up for you in our Tell Me Something Good segment. We got a 10-year-old that's invented a game-changing device to prevent senseless tragedies. So a lot of great content coming for you as well. We're going to talk a little solar now with Joshua Hubbard here and Palmetto Solar. So what's been going on in the solar space, man?
We are here in Florida. Palmetto's in 6 states. So a little background about our company. The CEO, Chris Kemper, he's been doing renewables for over 17 years now. Really great guy, down to earth, all about culture. We had a huge meeting about 2 weeks ago in our headquarters in Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah. And he said, I don't care how much money's in the bank. I don't care, how everything works. The first thing I'm worried about is culture and our people and our customers.
Nice.
And that's something that should resound with other companies and consumers when they're looking for something. Like if the CEO from the top has his certain things in place of his beliefs, and culture is one of the big things, then they should know that everything that we say down to from permitting, engineering, and every single small part is done the right way.
Yeah.
And that's kind of our message that we're bringing. We're bringing the best products, hands down, best warranty, hands down, and we have our own software, which is called the Palmetto Zero, which is patented and it's proprietary.
Nice.
It breaks it down to the circuit level in the home and allows us to monitor each device, whether it be lighting, fans, TV, HVAC, refrigerator, and you'll see it break down in dollars and kilowatt hours live. Every single day you can run reports, and that's something that no other solar company in the country has.
Wow, that's cool.
That comes free with any solar system that is purchased 4.5 kW or higher. If it's under 4.5 kW, they got to charge something because there is work behind that.
Right.
On top of that, we have a 25-year complete warranty that's covered front to back.
25-year warranty. That's awesome.
Yep, bumper to bumper.
Yeah.
It's something that very few solar companies are doing, but it's a real bonded and backed warranty where the consumer, it does transfer in perpetuity if you do sell the house.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that it's a real value. It's a $4,000 to $5,000 value depending on the size of the system.
25-year transferable warranty. That's great.
Yep.
So the software is going to allow you to track what your savings are versus the traditional method, or how does that work?
Not only that, well, the software tracks your consumption. So there is consumption-based monitoring that comes with your solar system. These solar systems that we're doing are photovoltaic, so it's a little different than pool solar and solar hot water. So this is actually electric from the sun. That's what photovoltaic means.
Photovoltaic.
Uh-huh. So you're going to be able to, in most cases, we can replace 80 to 100% of someone's consumption in their home and let them be net zero for a guaranteed 25 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Now, what's the average, if a 3-bedroom, 2-bath property, 2,000 square feet, average home, gated, whatever community, what's the average cost on something like that typically?
That's tough to ballpark, but I will, because you have different consumption. You could have, we've run into situations where you have a 2,000 square foot house and their bill's $500 a month.
Yeah.
And you walk in and it's 64 degrees and they ask you, why is my bill so high?
Yeah.
And you say, well, how old's your air conditioner? They go 15 years. And I'm like, you may have a, kind of a behind the track horse running here, and you have to explain that to them.
But they keep it like an ice box in there.
Yeah. So typically, you're looking between out-of-pocket costs between $10,000 and $15,000 for a standard 322.
Yep.
But that can vary. We look at every single person's bill. And we put a proposal together for them for exactly their consumption, for all of their family's needs. Whether big or small or growing. If they're planning to get an electric car, we know exactly the calculations on which cars charge, how many kilowatt hours per day and what their driving patterns are going to be.
Nice.
Where the Palmetto Zero comes in is that guy with the 64-degree house and 15-year-old air conditioner. If he has our system and he's seeing that air conditioner all of a sudden take, besides $80 a month, it starts going to $100 a month.
Right.
This is the advantage. He's going to know his air conditioner is dying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because he knows that, he's not going to be in the middle of July calling all the air conditioning companies and they're like, we're packed, we're booked.
Yeah.
And they get the guy that is the one truck, show, and he's going to be like, well, that's $9,000.
Yeah.
And you have no choice because your family's sweating.
Yep.
It's going to show all those appliances and when they're dying, so when to replace them and you can plan for it to save you money down the road.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's very
Josh
cool.
Hubbard, market manager, Palmetto Solar here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. So if you're hearing this and you're thinking, wow, this is something interesting, I want to know a little bit more about it, just remind you can call or text our hotline number at 813-670-7372. Give us a call or a text at 813-670-7372. And also consumerqb.com. You can go to the website, submit the form. So Josh, you'll sit down with homeowners, business owners. You'll go over all this as a consultation, a free consultation, correct?
Yeah. Me or some of our members of our team will come out.
Yeah.
We've got some great energy specialists that will come out and they'll do a full consult. The one thing that we want to make sure our customers get is a great experience.
Yeah.
Over anything else. We may not install everyone's solar system. We'd like to, but we understand that we want to give our customers a great experience to say, hey, you know what? Palmetto came in, they did what they said. They answered all my questions and we're going to go on from here.
Yeah.
Something real quick to let everyone know, the 30% federal tax credit is still in effect till 2019. It was planned out until 2021, but there's some questions whether it's going to taper off to like 22% in 2020, and then they don't even know about 2021 what it's going to be. But it's 30%, and it is in effect until 2019.
Nice. Now, is that every year on your taxes you get that 30%, or is it front loaded or
one time?
One time.
So you're gonna, if you were to buy the system this year, 30% of that full purchase price comes back to you on your next year's tax return.
Nice. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, that's great. That's great. More from Josh Hubbard coming up as well in our Tell Me Something Good segments in our lightning round, as well as Ron Fuller. He's coming up as well. Regional Account Executive, Centralized Showing Services. More from Cory Van Valin as well, Magician in the house. And we also have a great story here. 10-year-old creates a game-changing device to prevent senseless tragedies. Find out what it is in our Tell Me Something Good segment. And we're giving a big shout out to the Maids Cleaning Service. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties. 24-hour, 100% satisfaction guaranteed by the Maids Cleaning Service. They are referred for a reason. And also giving a shout out as well to Healthy Gourmet, Felicia Lacaille with Healthy Gourmet. She does a great job on these home deliveries of your meal plans starting at $90. Organic veggies, natural proteins, delivered fresh 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I love it. Roll around. I get my meals dropped off. I've got organic, healthy foods that I can carry with me on my vehicle to and from appointments. Warm it up on the stovetop is not so much in the microwave now. I've heard some of those recent studies about using microwaves. But Healthy Gourmet, Felicia Lacaille, she's the founder and a longtime friend of the Quarterback Show here. Meal plan starting at $90. Optimal fuel, optimal performance. Healthy Gourmet is our official meal delivery service of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Stay with us. Don't touch that dial. ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com. Listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at ConsumerQB.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Quarterback Show. Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent in Tampa Bay. Featured in Florida Realtor Magazine, Top Agent Magazine, the Business Journal, the Tribune. We're looking for a few realtors right now that might want to join our team. If you're a top agent out there, we would love to talk to you. We got a plethora of leads coming in due to our explosive marketing and growth with the Quarterback Show and some of the cool things we're doing online as well with Facebook and Google marketing. So give us a call on our hotline, 813-670-7372. Give us a call or text 813-670-7372. We would love to hear from you. And got a couple of hot properties I want to let you know about. We got 701 East Crenshaw Street in Tampa. This is a great real estate property, completely renovated. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath pool home with over 2,300 square feet located in Seminole Heights. It's a hot area. There's no HOA either here, and it's listed at $254,000. We just reduced it down to $254,000. And another beautiful property that's a gated community in a gated community is 10616 Cape Hatteras Drive in Tampa in Palm Bay. 10616 Cape Hatteras Drive. 4 bedrooms, 2 and 1/2 bath, listed at $388,000. Beautiful pool home with a spa on a conservation lot, and it's a Mediterranean style beautiful home here in the gorgeous area of Tampa Bay, in that town and country Bayport area of beautiful Tampa Bay. Want to remind you as well, check out our book on Amazon, Become the MVP in Your Industry by Surfing the Radio Waves. We'd love for you to check it out, buy a copy, download it, take a look at it, teach you how to start your own show, how to maybe even start a podcast. Maybe you don't want to go into broadcasting, but you could start your own podcast, and a lot of people are really gaining momentum from doing that. So it's a good way to get your niche out there and talk about, different expert contributors that you can bring on your show. And we're back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace, and that's the goal of our show. Segment 1, we heard from Cory Van Valin. He's a local magician here. He's got an event coming up on Saturday, July 8th at Stageworks Theater, and he would love for you to check him out as well. And all the contact information is at consumerqb.com. Consumerqb.com. Just click on the Expert Contributors tab. Also, we heard from Josh Hubbard, Market Manager, Palmetto Solar, talking about tax credits, the culture of his company, what makes them different, and using the photovoltaic energy from the sun, and also a 25-year transferable warranty that they offer with very unique software as well. Never heard any of the software like that being available out there. So now we're going to talk with Ron Fuller. He's a regional account executive with Centralized Showing Services. Welcome back in, Ron.
Thank you, Brandon. Boy, the solar, that's some really neat information. I want to talk about how Centralized Showing has really been growing. We're doing really exciting things. So obviously we handle your showing appointments, follow-up, and feedback. But we've partnered with CoreLogic. We're getting deep integrations with our boards. We've entered the market in Canada. It's pretty cool.
Hey,
cool. Yeah. That was a pun. And of course, we're getting our what we call our analytics, or our reporting data. We're getting real deep into that, and we're working with a company called Trendly, which is also out of Canada. So a lot of neat things happening with Centralized Showing Service. And Brandon, I want to thank you. Your show has really helped us grow in this area. I have a lot of members here in the Tampa and outskirt area, and I contribute that to you. So appreciate that.
Thank you, buddy.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So, so a lot of neat things to talk about. One thing, when we talk about synergy, I'm a student of the wars, really particularly World War I and World War II. Patton and MacArthur, great generals of World War II. One of the things that they had in common, of course, they were colorful personalities, but Patton and both of them had synergy with the fighting that they did. Mm-hmm. That was the real key to their success. MacArthur really got nailed in the Philippines right after, a lot of people may not realize this, but right after Pearl Harbor got attacked, the Japanese attacked us in the Philippines. They're really trying to take us out of the Pacific. And he came back. We had to pull him out of there to keep him alive. But synergy was the key to winning for Patton and MacArthur. And I also thought about the Bulls, the heyday of the Bulls.
Yeah.
And it was synergy. A lot of people say, okay, you had Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player to ever live. But It was the synergy of the team. Rodman, a lot of the other guys, and it was truly synergy. If you look at the stats and you look at how those games were won,
Yeah.
It was synergy.
Yeah, if one guy's off, you got B.J. Anderson stepping up. You got Steve Kerr stepping up. Who else? Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, you got
Cartwright. You got some of those boys stepping up. So I love the idea of synergy, and that's interesting. So you had mentioned with the war. I mean, so there's synergy between the two generals.
Yeah, well, the synergy, the generals use synergy within the within their parameters. MacArthur was Pacific. He was the Philippines, and of course. Funny thing with Patton, he was a ground guy, and he started in Italy, went through France, and we brought him back to go ahead and finish up with Germany. Of course, he had gotten a hiatus for slapping a soldier. Adolf Hitler thought that was so ridiculous that your top general would be taken off the shelf because he slapped a soldier that he believed it was a trick.
Oh,
and
wow.
That helped us. That also helped us win the war. But Patton had synergy with his tanks and his ground troops, and he had studied wars throughout history. But it was synergy. Wasn't the fact that he was so tough, guys were afraid of him. It was really the synergy. His tough demeanor was obviously legendary, and it's fun to talk about.
Nice.
But the key to his wins were synergy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Ron Fuller, I didn't realize a history buff here, so that's awesome. He's very knowledgeable about history, and he's also very knowledgeable about how to streamline businesses for realtors. And with Centralized Showing Services, you do just that.
Yeah, we handle the appointments. It's crazy for agents to try to handle the calls. They're missing calls, they're missing appointments. We're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to take the call. We handle it in a professional manner. We can speak Spanish. We can send out multiple phone calls, multiple texts. We get the job done. We break the barriers down to get that appointment made. Then we do follow-up and feedback, data collection. We're constantly tracking every detail of that showing. And if you're a professional and you have systems in place, you've got to have our service. And for those listeners out there, because you have smart listeners who are wanting to sell their home, you be sure two things. One, you hire a professional licensed agent to sell your home. Don't go it alone.
Yep.
It's a crazy idea. Second, if your agent's not using Centralized Showing Service, you insist they do, we can get you set up in an hour.
Yeah, it's great. And it also gives you the security aspect of it as well, because you know that the showing is going to be set up through an actual real estate company or real estate broker who's passed background checks as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, we know who we're talking to. When they call in, if we can't recognize who they are, the showing doesn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. So you look at the space of real estate. That where do you think the trends are going? I see a lot of these discount brokerages popping up. The virtual reality is definitely a talking point. What do you think, Ron?
Brandon, it's interesting you bring up the discount brokerage. I hate to say this, but I'll tell you what I see with that. I see a lot of them come and a lot of them go. Mm-hmm. The idea that I'm going to discount or cheapen a service,
right?
It never works. Name me one industry where discount anything is working well.
Right. Yeah.
It's not a commodity such as bananas. If I can get Chiquita bananas, I want to get the cheaper ones, assuming they're not rotted. But this is not a commodity. This is a service.
Right.
And for everybody, it's the most expensive investment they're going to make.
Yep.
It is critical that you hire a good, solid professional, and a solid professional you're going to pay. If you hire an attorney and you need to win or you want to win, are you going to hire the cheapest attorney, the guy with the wrinkled suit that just got out of school? Are you going to pay the dude that charges a little more money per hour?
Come on, man.
Come on, man. So that's the way it works. And in real estate, I see them come and I see them go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so hopefully the industry's not leaning that way. There's also lots of talk out there about Zillow, and there's a petition circulating around, and some of these real estate sites talk about doing instant offers. But we'll see where that goes, and a little controversial there. But you look at the industry, and it's just supply and demand. You look and see where it goes. But I hate that as well. I kind of echo what you said. When you start talking about discounted and flat fees and stuff, and it's not a good way to do it. It's not a good way to do it.
I was in D.C. last month at something called Mid-Year. It's an our middle of the year show, and that's typically more executive level. And I was at an RPAC event. RPAC is the real estate industry protecting our backs in terms of making sure our government doesn't do things that are going to kill the industry and kill home ownership. And I believe the key to our wealth and one of the keys to success in America is home ownership.
Yeah.
So those folks are doing a good job, and it's not the discount brokers that are there fighting and writing checks to make sure home ownership is protected.
Yeah, good point. Excellent point there, Ron. And we want to give a big shout out to Kipton's The Hotel Zamora in beautiful St. Pete Beach. It's our official hotel partner. It's the first new hotel built on St. Pete Beach in decades. It's Spanish ancestry meets cool Mediterranean attitude. Whitewashed Mediterranean palace with expansive luxury suites with balconies overlooking the intercoastal waterway. And check out the restaurant on site as well. The Castillo restaurant is an awesome place to go have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And they've got live entertainment on the rooftops as well on Thursday night, karaoke, and on Saturday mornings they do yoga. So a lot of cool things to do at Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora on beautiful St. Pete Beach. Now, they do have a discount code for the Real Estate Quarterback Show, or let them know that REQB sent you. Give them that REQB code, and you're going to get a 10 to 20% discount off of your room stay just by mentioning you heard the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we want to help you win in any marketplace. That's the goal of our show. So make sure you give us a call. Anything you heard today on the show, we want to hear from you and understand a little bit more about your needs and how we can help you. And we don't care if you're climbing a corporate ladder, if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work, we're going to help you win. And coming up, 10-year-old creates a game-changing device to prevent senseless tragedies. Find out what it is in our Tell Me Something Good segment. And also more from our expert contributors in our lightning round. So stay with us. Don't touch that dial.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Quarterback Show, Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me today. Cory Van Valin, he's a local magician here in Tampa Bay. Josh Hubbard, Marketing Manager of Palmetto Solar. And Ron Fuller, Regional Account Executive, Centralized Showing Service. And I've got a couple of hot properties I want to let you know about. 8203 U.S. Highway 301 South in Riverview. This is a great commercial asset, a great buying opportunity for a commercial property. And it's a corner lot in Riverview, 8203 U.S. Highway 301 South in Riverview. This is a great buying opportunity at $525,000. Owner is motivated. Also, a beautiful St. Petersburg property here, 4711 Juanita Way South in St. Petersburg. 4 bedrooms, 3 bath. and it is a pool home with no HOA or CDD here. $375,000. Great buying opportunity. Just under 3,000 square feet heated here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Great buying opportunity from Platinum MVP Realty. All right, let's kick off this segment with our top 5. Okay, we're going to go through and we're going to start off with Cory here. So we're going to talk about what are the top 5 renewable energy sources according to phys.org.
Now, am I supposed to make an educated guess?
Yeah, give us a little educated guess. Top 5 renewable energy sources here.
I got to say, wind's got to be somewhere on there.
Wind is on the list.
I'm going to throw out there maybe even some water.
Wind is number. You got one choice. So you got wind. All right. Sorry, we didn't prep you. We didn't prep you. Okay, Josh. So what's top 5 renewable energy sources? This is going to be easy for you.
I have one choice and one choice only, and that would be solar power.
That's right. You got it. Yeah, solar is right. So it's perhaps the most recognized, and it's number 1 on the list, by the way, recognized renewable energy source. Energy from the sun is captured using cells to make special materials. Silicon is quite popular right now, and then converted into electricity. The biggest factor in solar cell production is cost. However, with technology's advancements, solar is becoming more cost effective, and high efficiency solar cells are now being developed. So yeah, got it right on the head there, Josh. All right, Ron.
Brandon, I have one in mind, but I'm going to throw something exciting out there.
Okay, let's do it.
LG.
LG
as in the green gross stuff that grows in your retention pond.
Algae. Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, I think I'm from Michigan, so we have our own little accent.
I was thinking the solar panels we sell is LG, you know?
Right. Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure.
Sorry about that.
All right,
LG.
So, I got to buzz you on that. It didn't make this list. So let's go back to Cory. Let's see. So solar's off the table. Wind's off the table.
I'm going to go back to that water statement.
Water is number 4. So it says, we have been studying water-based renewable energy for quite some time. Hydroelectricity has been a source of energy for years. However, even though the energy production does not put off pollution, there are other environmental concerns associated with damming of rivers and ecological impacts stemming from this practice. All right, Josh.
Geothermal.
Geothermal is number 3 on the list as well. Geothermal energy is extracted from the natural processes of the earth, and a great deal of heat is created below the earth's surface, and efforts are being made to extract and use this power. While the ancient Romans knew about this geothermal heating, now the earth processes are being used to generate electricity, going beyond space heating. So interesting. So the last one, number 5.
I'm going to go with natural gas.
Natural gas is not on the list, but nuclear is. Number 5 is nuclear. It started with an N, though. You're close.
I am a big loser today.
So nuclear, perhaps the most controversial form of renewable energy, is an energy source. Electricity is produced from the energy released by nuclear reactions, while fission splitting is the main source used today. Interest continues to be developed with cold fusion. So interesting. There's our top 5 for today, since we have Josh on the show talking about solar. So very interesting content there. We always do our top 5 to keep you guessing, keep you on your toes, see where you can land.
Tell me something good.
All right, here's our Tell Me Something Good for today. 10-year-old boy invents a device that will save children from hot cars. 10-year-old Bishop Curry IV has invented his very own device capable of saving hundreds of children from heat stroke. The invention, which he calls the Oasis, is a tiny box that straps into a child's car seat. When temperatures in the car become too high, the Oasis starts blowing cold air on the child's face. An antenna inside the box also notifies parents and local emergency services about the possible danger. Thanks to the $27,000 that Bishop raised on GoFundMe, the youth is currently applying for a patent on Oasis. Bishop is a 5th grader who is fascinated with making things, from creating homemade catapult to ping pong ball cannon, and thinking of ways to melted ice and snow with roads. So awesome. So that's cool. Good feel-good story there. Any comments?
That's really cool. I thought you were going to say maybe a new form of birth control.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I can't believe it. You said a 5th grader?
It says he's 10 years old. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's really cool. The one that blew me away is you did the fan. I'm thinking that's pretty great. Then you said, and a device that'll call the authorities. That's crazy.
Yeah, because the fan probably won't be enough in a locked car, with the greenhouse effect going on.
Something beautiful, I think, is the GoFundMe stuff, where if you have a good project, a good campaign, a good video,
that's right.
All these people will get behind it, back it, and make it reality.
That's right. Absolutely. I love that. I love that as well. And let's give a big shout out to our official security partner, Robert Hessel and his team with Source One Solutions, the official security partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. They utilize Honeywell technology to protect your home or your office. Source One Solutions, highly recommended by the Consumer Quarterback Show, and all of our expert contributors as well here can be found at consumerqb.com, consumerqb.com. And we're going ahead into our lightning round. We're going to have Cory Van Valin. He's a local magician. Josh Hubbard, marketing manager, Palmetto Solar, as well as Ron Fuller. He's a regional account executive with Centralized Showing Services. We're going to go through our lightning round.
The lightning round!
I am so good at lightning rounds!
I majored in lightning round.
All right, here we go. Top tips, things to do, things to avoid, nuggets of advice. Corey?
Well, I'm going to throw back out my stage show. My stage show is 18 and up, and it's perfect for first dates or 100th date night out. If you don't have a date, good night out drinking with the buddies. Yep. Even a good family night out if they're all okay with R-rated entertainment.
Nice.
And I hope to see everyone out there.
Yeah.
July 8th.
July 8th, Stageworks Theater. And where did you say that was?
Channel
Side. That's right. Channel Side. $20 gets you in the door. $25 gets you front 2 rows. Awesome, Corey. Good stuff. Josh Hubbard.
I want to leave everybody with this. If they want a real, down-to-earth solar quote for their home, even if they've just got a couple questions for us, they can reach out to us at palmetto.com. That's PALMETTO.com. You can talk to our customer service staff. They walk the customers through from the beginning to the end, and they have that person even after they own their solar system. So, we would love to be able to help anyone out there that's looking. Again, that's palmetto.com.
Yeah, I love that. And also the software, really cool. You got the warranty in there. Lots of reasons you want to reach out. Take a look at saving money, getting the tax incentives, and also the fact that you're doing something good for Mother Earth.
Absolutely.
Ron Fuller.
Centralized Showing Service. Agents, get your life back. Let us get those calls and appointments. We'll do a better job than you could ever want to do or hope to do, because that's our business. And you can maybe go out and prospect or enjoy your evening. But let us get the appointments done. Corey, he's got a great show. Something good. Go out and have some fun. Go to his show, laugh. Just forget your troubles for a night.
That's right. Yeah, my advice would be to be proactive. Go out there and just be proactive. If you heard something on the show today or in any of our other past shows, be proactive. Take action. Don't never leave the site of a goal-setting project or an idea without taking some type of an action toward that. And it could be something as simple as picking up the phone, shooting us a call or a text, maybe going to the website, consumerqb.com. Let's do another round here. So top tips, things to do, things to avoid, nuggets of advice. Cory Van Valin.
Alrighty, let's see. Well, I want to tell you guys a quick story about my preferred seating last show.
Let's do it.
So I'm choosing people random by throwing cards into the audience. First card goes in the beginning. Second card goes kind of towards the beginning. So I try to whale that last card to like the back row.
Yeah.
Wailed some dude right in the forehead. I fell to the floor. But he laughed about it. He said him and his date had a great conversation about it. Like they were laughing about it.
Nice.
But now I choose my audience member more selective.
Yeah, a little more traditional way.
Yes.
That's awesome, man. Great story. Josh?
Just general advice for consumers when they're doing a large purchase. It doesn't have to be solar power. It could be HVAC or anything like that. Always vet the contractor.
Yeah.
Look at the company that's going to be coming into your home, because that's a marriage.
Yep.
Once they install something that's larger, you are married to that company, because if they don't do it right, they're going to have to come back, or they might not come back, and you have to pay out of your pocket to get someone else to come fix their mistake.
That's right.
And so we pride ourselves on being proficient and the best that we can be in our field.
Right.
And all those extra perks like the Palmetto Zero and stuff like that. Those are some innovative steps that we've taken to set ourselves aside from the rest of the competition, and be that premier company that people can trust.
Nice. Palmetto.com, like that. Ron?
I went to a magician show. He threw a card, and look what happened. It was the weirdest thing. So I want to shout out to our amazing help desk. We had a new board come on, Amelia Island, Nassau County, and our help desk took a lot of calls, and the AE complimented how great our call folks are. So I want to thank them for what they do.
Nice. Good stuff. Awesome. I want to thank all of our expert contributors, our listeners, our viewers of our TV show, or the folks behind the scene helping put this show together and making it so great. We really appreciate you. Please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness, something as simple as packing up leftover food you may have, carrying it with you to and from your commute to work, handing it to that person that you see in need on the side of the roadways. Be a force for good in the community. Go out there and volunteer, donate some time, donate money, maybe some leftover clothing to your local churches or food banks, and keep being a force for good in the community. We'll see you next time. ConsumerQB.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com. And